even I'll have like initial phone calls with people, and they'll be like, don't worry, like if we proceed or don't proceed, we'll let you know otherwise. We won't ghost you. They've all ghosted me.
Just like you ghost the men in your lives. That's life. When people don't care about you, they don't treat you that well. Can't take it personal. We're going to have this woman, I guess she's going to talk about how she is having a hard time finding a job. And one of the things that I've noticed where a lot of women say they can't find a job and they're having trouble with money, but I look at their Instagrams and they have such a crazy lifestyle that I think, well, it's no wonder you're having money problems because you were out spending. And there's a lot of things, there's a video of her traveling.
We're Capricorn.
Heavy makeup, looks like hair extensions, maybe some minor plastic surgeries, drinking out. It's just, I get a little frustrated here. Fake nails. I barely get fake nails. I really do. I barely do. Because they're expensive and I don't like sitting there half the day. It annoys me. I got better things to do. And that's really my big complaint. Like if you want to complain about money, that's fine, but don't outspend what you're making. Don't complain about money and how you can't find a job if this is the lifestyle you're living. I would just shut up. Okay.
You guys, the job.
Okay, here we go.
Job market is literally insane right now because I have used every single connection I have made since starting my professional career, even like college connections. I have messaged every single person that I can possibly think of. I've emailed recruiters that I've talked to years ago about jobs at like previous companies that I was interviewing for. I've even cold emailed recruiters that I found like on LinkedIn, and I'm like, I don't know what is going on here, but I can't even get like an initial interview and I'll be extremely qualified for the job or even overqualified.
And when women say that they're overqualified, what they mean is I have a degree for it, not necessarily work experience.
Qualified for the job. And I'm like that desperate. I'm just like, I think people are preying on the fact that we're all that desperate. And it's literally insulting because I had one company
You don't look that old. You can't be insulted by any job that you're offered right now at this point in your career.
reach out, and they were offering maximum of 55K a year, and they wanted like a couple years of experience. I was like, in what freaking world are you gonna get that? I'm like, I'd rather just stick it out on freaking unemployment and figure it out versus slaving away at a job that probably I won't like, or probably
Okay, 55K a year isn't bad. Why don't you just take it till you find a better job? I mean, I made 42K right out of college plus commission, but I didn't sell very much because I wasn't very good. So, and I was selling copiers during COVID. But, you know, I knew it was a resume builder.
would be an extremely toxic environment. Um, because that's unfortunately just common these days in corporate America. But I'm like, I don't know what to do.
A toxic environment. Why do women think they're entitled to good environments at work?
Every time I apply for,
I mean, we're not entitled to good environments at school. I mean, I got bullied. I mean, you're not entitled to being liked and having a good environment.
something, I make sure my resume is fully tailored to that job. I make sure
Translation, I use ChatGPT.
there's keywords in there that match the job description perfectly. And I literally, even I'll have like initial phone calls with people, and they'll be like, don't worry, like if we proceed or don't proceed, we'll let you know otherwise. We won't ghost you. They've all ghosted me.
Just like you ghost the men in your lives. That's life. When people don't care about you, they don't treat you that well. Can't take it personal.
I'm like, don't even tell me that. And then another company I was interviewing for, it was like an initial HR interview. She was like, oh my God, I'm so excited to get you in front of the team, yada, yada. And I followed up with her like a week later when she said she would get back to me. And when I emailed her a couple hours later, I got an automated response saying they are moving forward with other candidates that are more like the experience is more closely aligned to what they're looking for. I'm like, what are you looking for then?
It's time to take a shitty job. Men know when they don't get jobs in their field, it's time to take a shitty job. That's part of life. I was demonetized for a year and a half and I had to change my entire business model. I mean, I got kicked off of everything. I had to go into YouTube services where instead of being in front of the camera, which I would do that too, but I had to rent out all the people that worked for me to other people, and I did their YouTube for them, which by the way, I was very good at. I gave this business to someone else. I do a referral thing now if you guys are interested. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I had to change everything around, and I made significantly less money. But that's part of life. Not everything goes your way, and sometimes you have to do different jobs to survive.
because I have 5 years of experience in my field. I've made it to like the middle range. Heck, I've even applied and interviewed for jobs that are entry level at that
I
point,
want
which
to know what industry she's looking for.
is so stupid. And there's another job that I think I talked about on here before. I don't know, but they're asking for 2 to 4 years of experience for $15 to $20 an hour. That same job, same job, but a different recruiter agency place. They called me again about the same job, and I was like already irritated because I was like, please do not contact me again because that is literally insulting. Now they've somehow upped it to 33.50 an hour. I was like, okay, that is better than 15 to 20, but again, how did we get here? It's probably because people like me told them to respectfully don't call me again because that's insulting. And it is insulting. And then another company that
Women are they're offered a job, they don't like the job, and they're offended. It's like, get over yourself. Um, right now you have $0 an hour. That's what your time's worth. So you can't really be mad at a job that offers you less than what you think you're worth. If you can't get anyone to pay it to you, um, then you start considering worse offers, at least until you find a better job.
um is local, I interviewed for a job and I put in my desired salary. And she messaged me and she was like, is this like, do you have any wiggle room in your salary expectations? I was like, yeah, I have a little bit. Tell me why. She was like, I said wiggle room. And she was like, we can't quite meet that. It was a $30,000 difference in my request or my desired salary. I was like, I was expecting maybe 5K, 30, and they wanted a couple years of experience. I'm like, in what freaking world? And I don't know. I see like both things on my LinkedIn. I see multiple things. Like, I'm so excited to announce I'm starting a new position, blah, blah, blah. But then I also see people posting the same thing that I had to about, hey, my company
I
restructured.
wonder what percent of Gen Z women have jobs. Percent of Gen Z women are employed. I am curious. So it says the unemployment rate for all women in 2019 was 3.6%. Gen Z women are expected to make up 30% of the workforce by 2030. Okay, I can't find. If anyone has that stat, put it in the comments because I can't find it.
And I lost my job, yada yada. And I'm just like, how are people finding jobs? Unless they're taking jobs that have crap pay and are just sticking it out and have multiple jobs. I don't know. But like, I literally don't know what the answer is. And like I said, I've utilized every single freaking connection I've made in my entire life. Like, even people like on here, I've tried everything and I just don't get any response back. I'm like, I don't know. And it's companies that I've interviewed for when I was still at my previous job. And I'm just like,
AI has taken out a lot of jobs. And I want to say a lot of jobs that women have. So, yeah, a lot of women maybe in the past that were employed are not going to get the same opportunities that they had before.
I've literally talked to you multiple times and like things just, I don't know. At the time, those positions didn't work out. But they're like, we'll keep you in mind, blah, blah, blah. And I have reached out to them every single time I've seen a job opening. But it's almost like people see I'm unemployed and they like don't want, I don't know. It's really weird. I feel like it's kind of like that saying, people are like, it's easy to get a job when you already have a job. Yeah, that's starting
Probably seem less desperate. Men think about that with women. It's easier to find a girlfriend when you already have one.
to track now because I got interviews and people messaging me out the wazoo on LinkedIn when I had a job. And now nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, and the world has changed. Okay, guys. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. And have you been looking for a job, or do you know women that are unemployed? What have you been seeing in the real world, in real life? Please let me know in the comment section. If you want to support me, go to theaudacitynetwork.com. That's theaudacitynetwork.com. We are on both app stores. Like the video, and I'll see you next time.